You're watching CW Montana. This is the MTN 9 o'clock news.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. I'm Andrea Lutz. Ahead tonight, they say bad things come in threes. Well, could a third building be in danger of collapsing on the Montana State University campus? We're going to tell you coming up. Plus, at the Montana legislature, lawmakers unveiling a budget proposal to finance state and local infrastructure projects. But will it meet all of the needs on the list? We're going to tell you. But first, another building collapses in Montana due to heavy and wet snow, this time in downtown Missoula. No one was injured as the building came down just after someone noticed the wall starting to curve outward. MTN's Kent Lutz has been following the story all day. He brings us the latest.
That's right. We actually showed up to scene here in downtown Missoula right before this building collapsed. A huge plume of dust erupted from that. City officials actually said to get out of the way. It's a pretty old building and there's most likely some asbestos in the air. I talked to lead building instructor for the city. He said this front-facing wall was actually bowing out, and they received a few phone calls on that, so they showed up to scene, and within the hour this building actually collapsed on its own. Now, I talked to the owner of this building. It used to be K&C Meats, but he was in the process of getting out of that industry and remodeling, which could have had something to do with this collapse. But city officials know that there was some heavy snow on top of this roof. Now, city will send in some engineers. They will check the infrastructure of the surrounding buildings to make sure none of those were compromised due to this collapse. This is a developing story. We'll continue to update you throughout the evening, so stay with us online and on air. Reporting in Missoula, I'm Kent Lutz in MTN News.
All right, and tonight, more troubles on the campus of Montana State University as a third building is now under close watch. This after two buildings have already collapsed. As MTN's Cody Boyer reports, the loss of both gyms and the closure of the fitness center has raised concerns.
It is pretty crazy, and you know, the first thought that comes to your mind, of course, when you see a building on campuses fall down is, am I safe?
First the South Gym, then the North Gym, 2 days apart. Now MSU officials say future safety is key, something students like Ben Coburn agree with.
Professor was talking the Monday before this happened about how Montana State University is known for their snow load equations and their overall great problem-solving skills as an engineering school for snow loads. And then that Friday, we had two roofs fall down.
Ben says as an engineering student, these assessments could help set a precedent.
This is a great example of, you know, what can go wrong even when all the protocols are followed.
If you take a look, you can actually see some of the crews up on the upper gym now. They are throwing snow into one of the large tarps and bringing it down, all in an effort to make sure this doesn't happen a third time.
It was built with similar methods and similar materials, and while it shows no signs of distress, we do want to make sure we get as much weight off of it as possible, just as a precaution.
MSU spokesman Michael Becker says the Leon Johnson Hall Annex and the Student Union Building were also both cleared of snow out of precaution.
MSU has been here 125 years, and we haven't had buildings fall in. This has been an unusual winter. It's an unprecedented situation, and we are coping.
Becker says while the emergency is over, this has been an eye-opener for the university.
We want to plan for recovery, and we want to plan for how we continue our operations throughout the rest of the semester as we look toward someday eventually rebuilding.
MSU officials say that employees who worked in the center will be relocated to alternate spaces temporarily. An insurance investigation must be completed before they can say when or if the two gyms will be demolished. In Bozeman, Cody Boyer, MTN News.
All right, thanks, Cody. And of course, no word on when the demolition will happen on both the South and the gym. No word on when that will begin. Engineers at Florence Carleton School are evaluating their school roof after teachers noticed it dipping. Students were then immediately evacuated today. Heavy, wet snow on the roof gave school leaders a scare, so teachers alarmed the maintenance department of the sagging roof when they noticed a dip in the drop ceiling. Superintendent Bud Scully called in engineers to evaluate.
There's no bowing in the trusses or anything, but the roof is supposed to flex a little bit, and that's what caused a little bit of fluctuation in the drop ceiling. We've been in the roof. The engineers looked in the roof. He's looked at the trusses, and he's going to send us a report. But he said, as long as we lighten the load on the roof, we should be fine.
Engineers say the snow level was at 30 pounds per square foot, which is pushing the max for most structures. So maintenance staff spent the day shoveling snow off of that school. Some tense moments in Billings tonight when a young boy slipped through a crack in the rims and became lodged 5 feet down within the rocks. The call came in just after 5. Firefighters said the boy fell into a crevice while walking with his mother on the snow. Then he was rescued and suffered only non-life-threatening injuries. A firefighter on a tether line was sent down into the crevice to pull the boy to safety, as you can see.
You can see it's snow covered. We've actually opened it up, but even right through here, I know there's fissures in the rocks right through here and you can't see them. It's been obscured by the snow and ice, but they're still present. So I encourage everybody to use caution when walking on these rims.
It took firefighters about an hour to get that boy out. Again, just minor injuries is what he suffered. Even though we do live in Montana, it's not every day that you see a bobcat walking through uptown Butte, but one couple did, and their camera was rolling the whole time. The couple said they believed it was a house cat until they got a little bit closer. They said it came right up to him. One of them even got out of the truck and got pretty close. They think the cat was thirsty because then it wandered over to the Butte Brewing Company. So if you do come in contact with wildlife like a large cat, officials say contact law enforcement immediately and leave the animal alone. It is really neat to see that, though. A Great Falls refinery says it's working an efficient investigation following last week's fire and explosion at the plant. Calumet says it's taking its time to ensure the investigation is efficient and thorough. Emergency personnel responded to the refinery Thursday as a blast rattled nearby businesses and forced evacuations. There were no injuries this week, though. Everyone back on the job. Calumet says details on what caused the fire is yet to come. The Big Sky Conference tournament tips off tonight in Boise, Idaho. But the tournament dreams torn apart for the University of Montana Lady Grizz after a late evening game against Southern Utah. And I guess we don't have that story right now, so we'll just keep going. We'll check in with that story in a little bit. All right, moving along for you right now, we want to talk about a daycare facility at the University of Montana campus. Leaders say that they believe flooring tiles that contained asbestos were breaking down inside of that building. We're talking about McGill Hall. It reopened a month after being closed for a month. The building got a deep cleaning along with asbestos remediation. The first and second floors are open, but the basement is still sealed off for students so that they can resume classes ahead.
In particular, in this facility, the floor tiles, which are 9x9 tiles, are known to have asbestos in their construction. We now believe that the wear and tear, normal wear and tear on the flooring is one cause for asbestos, and so we have since HEPA cleaned those floors and we have sealed them with sealant and multiple coats of wax, and that is an industry accepted standard for encapsulating known asbestos-containing materials.
Those floor tiles are in other buildings around campus too, so the university is going to continue sealing and waxing the tiles to prevent airborne contamination. Republican lawmakers unveil a state budget proposal to finance infrastructure projects. The bill would authorize $80 million in state borrowing. Some of the projects include renovations to Romney Hall in Bozeman, a $22 million armory in Butte, and a dental clinic at the Great Falls campus. The measure also funds 80 sewer and bridge projects, and $7 million goes to school constructions. The bill is a scaled-down version of Governor Bullock's plan. Also at the legislature, there's a bill before lawmakers to criminalize the misrepresentation of a service animal. The bill aims to define the type of animals allowed as service animals and allow businesses to ask questions about a service animal. Supporters say work is sometimes disrupted by animals without proper training, but those against the bill say it doesn't align with current federal law.
I'm just excited that Montana is really looking at this from the standpoint that we want to protect businesses as well as the disabled community. I think that's huge. We have to find a happy balance, and I think this is working through this bill is going to do that.
What we're concerned about is that that becomes watered down and that it really affects the legitimate service animals from having access to public places.
So if this bill does go through, it would be a misdemeanor offense, and it does carry a $100 fine. With a signature from the governor, fallen Deputy Mason Moore will officially be honored on U.S. Highway 287. Bullock signed House Bill 156 into law with Moore's family at the Broadwater County Sheriff's Office there. A new sign will include Moore's badge and the day he passed. All of it at mile marker 109. That's the spot where he lost his life. Deputy Moore's widow, Jody, says today was an emotional one.
It's great. The support is amazing, and we appreciate all of the love that we've received from the whole state, and I'm just very grateful for all the support.
The Broadwater County Sheriff's Office will be holding a dedication ceremony. That's going to be sometime in May. We do have new information about a proposed copper mine located near the Smith River. The public is now able to weigh in on the Black Butte copper mine. If proposed, the Black Butte mine, about 300 acres of land operated by Tintina, Montana, near White Sulphur Springs. The DEQ says the mine would have no direct impact on hunting, fishing, or nearby water quality, but it would lower groundwater levels and reduce flows. The mine would employ over 200 workers. You can give your written comment online right now. Missoula adding another major act to its summer concert lineup, Mumford & Sons. They are coming to Missoula on August 11th. Logjam Presents unveiled the news this morning. The British rock folk band will play at Ogren Park with tickets available on Friday, March 15th, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. The band already has widespread appeal and selling out their live performances all over the country. Still to come on the 9 o'clock news, it's warming up in Montana, but it's not the same story for Flathead Lake. And there is that cat. We're going to talk about that. But we're going to talk about Flathead Lake freezing over, and get this, Bob McGuire. He's going to join us to deliver your statewide forecast. It's all coming up right after the break.